Good morning. Welcome to Car Connections. All right, 2024 Dodge Charger for about, a week and a half. I put about 800 miles on it. And just initial impressions before I even get into all the details around the car. And I won't do a full review of the car. It's more around just initial impressions. I won't go into a full deep dive, but just so to save folks some time on my blog about the car is I actually do believe that Dodge has a bestseller for sure. So far, this car has impressed me in many ways. Now, just to share some of the backstory is this car had a stop sell update done on the car before they sold it to me. And so I believe that Dodge has mitigated a lot of the issues that the initial owners had on the car. And why do I say that they have a bestseller? I think everybody would agree that the design of the car is absolutely gorgeous. Whoever designed this car did a fantastic job at Dodge. It brings a lot of the heritage of the 6970 Dodge Charger with the two doors. Wife and I have already, with the kids, and my kids almost as tall as me, have been able to ride in the car with absolutely no issues in the back seat, plenty of room. And why do I say that they have a bestseller? And this car, I'll call it right now, and I know some of you guys are gonna beat me up later, but I'm gonna call it right now. The minute they drop the V6, and honestly, when they drop a Hemi in it, because I do believe Dodge is gonna figure out how to bring back a V8 in here. I'm not sure if it'll be the Hellcat, but once they drop a V8 with this styling and the way the car feels and drives, guys, it's a Dodge. It feels like a Dodge. I've owned the Charger, I've owned the Challenger, and not only did they do fantastic on the design, but the way the car drives and feels, it's a Dodge. Dodge drops the V8 on this thing, or the V6. I think the car is going to sell so well, guys. They just knocked it out of the park with the design. And one thing that's interesting about the car is the fit and finish on the car is fantastic. There's no major gap paneling like the old Dodge. There's no rattling. Everything feels really tight and nice. And I really do believe that, again, Dodge is going to have a bestseller with this car. For somebody like me, to me, this is a perfect spec, right? You guys have been following the channel. There's been an evolution of the channel. And, I enjoy muscle cars and I enjoy EVs. And what better car than for Dodge to come out with a car that has the muscle car, how can I say, silhouette? Because it's not a muscle car, guys, to be fair. It looks like a muscle car. You got to drop the V8 Hemi in it to make it a true muscle car. It's hard to call it a muscle car at being electric. Totally get that point, and I agree with all that. But for folks that enjoy EV cars and enjoy the muscle car look, I don't know what else to tell you guys. So far, I've really thoroughly enjoyed the car. I drive the car in track all the time. I have everything on stiffs. Everything is stiffened up on the car. And it feels stiff. The steering wheel feels stiff. Suspension feels stiff. She's a big girl, and it's okay. Learn how to handle big girls, and you'll be okay. She's not my Camaro Z011LE, but it's okay. This is not what this car is, and I don't think that's what the intention of the car. Dodge has always been a big car, and they've made it up with power. I will not, I've taken her through some corners, and you could tell, she is big. And it's okay. I accept her for how she is. And it's okay. You got to learn how to enjoy the car for what it is. But just overall, guys, again, about 700-800 miles in the car. I've had it, again, about a week and a half. And I'm really enjoying the car. I think they did a fantastic job. Charging. Let's talk about it right now. I'm at a local HEB here in Texas. They have a couple of these, but I'm just showing this from an optics perspective. The reality is, if you're going to buy a car like this, guys, get yourself a level 2 charger installed at your house. Dodge, when they deliver this, they do give you a free charger, which is great. And just have an electrician install it at your house if you're going to be buying an electric car. If not, wait for the V8 or V6 to drop, and then you don't have to worry about that. But for folks like us that do enjoy electric EVs, I think you know they're already paying for half of the cost by giving you one for free. Get an electrician installed. It's probably going to cost you anywhere between $400 to $800 depending on where you live. But it's going to be a time saver. And what do I mean is this car, I've plugged her in pretty much every night, and she's fully charged every night. Again, I do drive her in track, which means that it's not the most optimized energy efficient. And so I'm getting around 230 miles on a full charge consistently. I do believe if I drove this car in auto, non-track, more of a laid back kind of floaty boaty type of vibe, she'll pull the 260. I really do believe the car would do that. Yeah, let's talk about some impressions around any type of issues related to the car. So again, no issues. I haven't had the lobster, which is a big one right now. I haven't had any check engine lights. I haven't had nothing. I've had absolutely zero issues from delivery. And again, I've driven the car almost every single day. I've literally parked my Tesla as my daily driver, which is basically my son's car, but he's still getting into the early stages of driving. And so I've basically stashed a Tesla away and my Camaro away, and I've been just enjoying and driving this car. And no issues. Again, nothing to report. And I know that doesn't sell. And I know that doesn't capture eyeballs. And I know that doesn't create drama. And no, Dodge is not paying me. That's another thing. I see a lot of comments. The minute you speak good about this electric car, people are like, oh, Dodge is paying you out. Nope, I'm not getting paid out. I really do believe, again, that Dodge has a really big seller on their hands. And when they drop those ICE engines, my God, dude, I think Dodge is going to go back up to your old markups. And so get ready to pay to play, because I do believe a lot of people enjoy the design, not only of the exterior and the interior of the car. It just, people don't like electric, and it's okay. And I think I've always said you should have choice when buying cars. I do also believe, from a strategic perspective, when Dodge rolled out this car, they should have rolled it out with the V6, not the electric, or the, I don't know if they're going to do a V8. They just have to drive the Hemi in here, even if it's a 6.4. But they should have rolled that car out first before they introduced it, as an EV. And I think that would have changed the perception of the car for sure. Drama on the car. I know some of you guys are probably looking for some drama. Don't have any drama to share. It's a great car, but again, I know a lot of people that this is not their vibe, and I totally get it. And if it's not your vibe, wait for the V8 or the V6. But for me, it's the perfect fit and finish. What I will share with you guys on the car, I'll go into a little bit around the pricing. So this is a lease, of course. And I did not purchase this car, and don't recommend you purchase this specific car or any electric car, because they depreciate so vastly. And Dodge is really incentivizing these cars right now to move them, because again, there's a lot of negative publicity out there around the EV, and again, totally get it. This car was $85,000 plus. I think it was like $85,600. This car is completely option opt. It's a level 2 stage 2, which is the highest trim level you can get, and it also has the option paint. I was able to get the car, I want to say it was around $61,000 out the door with tax, title, and license, and that's the portion that was actually leased. And so you could literally lease this car if you want to know the payment. You can get this car right now with about $1,500 down, maybe $2,000. Again, that's it. When you show up, and that includes your first payment, if you guys understand a lease, and you get this car for under $500 on a 24-month lease. And I think, $500 on a 24-month lease, you're getting, 600 plus horsepower. It's a great daily driver. It's a great commuter car. Again, 10,000 miles a year is the cap on the lease. But where else are you going to pay $500 for this type of performance, guys? I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. I think it's a lot of performance for the value. And for what you're getting for the payment, right? Most people are going to pay way more than this on a traditional car. You're going to look at around $500 plus $700 a month. You add gas, you know, it's another $200-300. Well, there's no gas here, guys, right? And so, and it's been proven time and time again that electric cars, especially if you charge them at your home, are going to cost you 1/3 of what fuel would cost you. I know some people might challenge that, but it's the truth. And do your own research and you'll find that out very quickly. So again, initial impressions, that's it, guys. But really enjoying the car. Catches a lot of eyeballs. If you're not looking for attention, this is probably not the car you want to buy right now. It is making a lot of heads turns because the car, people see it and they're like, what is it? You know, it doesn't say Dodge anywhere. And so it looks like a Dodge to me. I think Dodge did a really good design, or Stellantis. And so they should have just dropped the V8 or V6 on it, and I think that would have had a huge amount of sales, and you would have to been rolling up your sleeve at the dealership trying to remove the markups on these cars. So you go, guys. More to come on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Peace.